Hello, and a very warm welcome. Another rant probably participating on the channel. The Hungary Lat 1 incident. Zhou plays 10-pin bowling as he smashes into Ricardo into Ocon into Gasly, and Zhou gets the softest penalty you're ever likely to see. So yeah, once again, no broadcast, no one will have mentioned this because it just goes under the radar. A 5 second penalty for that action is pretty much a disgrace. Zhou has got the same penalty as people were getting in Austria for exceeding track limits. He's taken out two people who, both Alpines, had to retire because of Zhou. No fault of their own. Zhou gets a shit start. He's desperate. Kamikaze down into turn one. He's smashed into Ricardo. Ricardo hits. It's a domino effect. And he gets a slap on the wrist, basically. A 5 second penalty is not really a penalty. The penalty does not fit the crime. Yeah. That's like, I don't know, it's like killing someone and only getting 6 months. It's like, wow. These stewards, the brain dead, springs to mind. Ocon and Gasly's race is ruined through no fault of their own. They're out after lap one. Ocon's flown up in the air, broke his seat. Gasly's frustrated, can't catch a break. Ricardo somehow survived and he could finish, but it's poor by Zhou, really poor. He's gone from hero to zero. One of his best laps in F1, qualifies fifth, messes up the start, an issue with the Alfa Romeo, and then he's just bashed into everyone. It happened a couple of years back with Bottas as well. But yeah, like I say, the penalty does not fit the crime. No one in the F1 media will have covered this. But again, it's inconsistencies. Zhou should have had 10 seconds or a drive-through. I would give him a drive-through for that. And it'd be interesting to see what penalty Valtteri Bottas got a couple of years back for that same incident. It's really poor by Zhou. He should have had a drive-through for me, at least. And he's lucky that he's not getting a 3-place grid penalty or a 5-place grid penalty for Spa. You cannot crash into someone like that. And he's got away with it, really. He really has. It's not a punishment at all. It's a disgrace. A 5 second penalty for basically taking two cars out. The mind boggles. And of course, like, no one speaks about it because no one cares about midfield like teams. But if this was at the front, there'd be a massive uproar about it. So yeah, if, like, I don't know, Hamilton steamed into Norris, Piastri into Max, there'd be a massive uproar about it. And there would have been a big noise that Lewis only got a 5 second penalty, for example. But there's no uproar because it's a midfield driver who's caused chaos. Again, yeah, that's the big story. The punishment is not a punishment. Comment down below your thoughts. I think Zhou, I mean, he was so good on Saturday. He ruins it on lap one. Then he's going round in a test session because he's so far behind. But yeah, once again, the inconsistencies of the stewards. I'll give you some examples. Dishing out 5 seconds left, right and centre at Austria. Track limits. We get to Silverstone. Lance Stroll passes Gasly off the track. No penalty. Gets to keep the position. And then we roll on to Hungary. Oh, surely the stewards will get it right this weekend. Don't be fucking stupid. Give you stroke of the head and call yourself Karen. Because I'm sure they pick it out the hat what they're doing. And yeah, he gets a 5 second penalty for basically taking two cars out. The mind boggles. Yeah. Wow. I honestly think the fans could run this sport better. And I believe the fans could make better steward calls. Because, like, it's not really putting a marker down. So someone could do that in Belgium. You're only going to be slapped with a 5 second penalty, which you come into the pits. No one works on the car for 5 seconds. then put the tyres on, off you go, and you've served your penalty. So yeah, embarrassing. The mind boggles, honestly. Comment down below your thoughts. I mean, it needs calling out. It isn't called out. It's just thrown under the carpet. Oh, we're going to Spa. Yeah, brilliant. With more inconsistency on the stewards in front. Yeah, the stewards are piss poor. Really piss poor. He should have had a drive-through at least.